playing offense, trying to skate that one forward, getting it into the zone. The Sharks breaking that out now to the neutral zone. Steven picks it up. Steven dumping that one down and in opposite corner. Dublowitz going to chase. Dublowitz chops at it, getting a piece of it, trying to gain control. Now on the boards, Purdue steps down to pinch that puck into the zone. As they dig for it still, trying to get it loose. As now out in front, going to the way of the Sharks, trying to get that one to the neutral zone. Pavlik keeps that one in. Now bouncing around, that one's going to go all the way down to the other blue line. Allenson picks it up. Allenson sending it over to Purdue. Purdue dumps that one down and in. That one's going to go up and around. Stevens going to pick it up on the other wall. Now going to be dumped back down low by Steven. The Sharks in their own zone. Allenson trying to apply some pressure. Now it's being sent up off the glass. Going to go off an official and be dumped back down in the zone by Allenson. Masso. Face-off's going to be won back by the Sharks to the corner. Going to be sent up and around. That one's going to go off the glass. Awkwardly bounce out in front, but no one's there to collect it. Now back down to the corner. Dublowitz. Dublowitz trying to get it over to Steven. Steven trying to get it back to Dublowitz. Dropping it for Dublowitz, but not able to be controlled. That's coming away with it now is Nikolov. Nikolov sends that one to the neutral zone. That one's going to go all the way down. Icing is going to be waved off as Wilkerson picks it up behind his own net, skating around. Wilkerson's going to take it up ice himself down the left side on the backhand, dumping that one down and in. Going to go just wide, bounce out in front. Wilkerson with a shot there out in front, but not able to collect it fully 100%. Now back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson chops that one as he's sending it down low once again. As Steven hounding Montgomery, trying to lift that stick there and get his stick loose as Pinkerman loses control. Looking to go the other way is DiTomaso. And the Sharks on the right side, cutting up the ice. On the backhand, Schaefer going to leave that one along the boards for DiTomaso as DiTomaso trying to gain control to the point for O'Connor. O'Connor shot from the point, going to be blocked in front by Steven. Now pushed off the boards, Pinkerman chasing it down. Now coming away with it is Hasselman. Now to the neutral zone, going to bounce around. Now looking to go the other way is DiTomaso on the left side of the Norwich Sea Captain's left corner. Now sending it to the half wall. Skating down, another awkward angle shot and another save for Peter Alfano. Conversation with Ryan Janik. Ryan Janik having a conversation with Matthew Johnson. Dark zone. Face-off going to be one back for Purdue. Purdue's going to dump that one down and in. Awkward bounce. Almost bounces back out in front. Now to Mills on the right side. As Pavlik bats that one to keep it in. Now Dublowitz trying to get control of it. It's Purdue able to get that one corralled after bouncing around. Purdue picking it up in his own zone. Skating around with it. Going to push it forward for Dublowitz. Dublowitz tries to get control of that as Purdue runs into his man there trying to push him off the puck. As now on the right side, Pavlik with it. Pavlik sending that one up off the glass. Dublowitz trying to get a piece of it. As Dublowitz sending that one back down into his own zone, the Sharks. Dublowitz trying to get it to the neutral zone as Dublowitz takes a hard hit and gets knocked off the puck. Now in their own zone, pushing that one forward. That one's going to go the length of the ice as Purdue's going to be in a foot race for that one. No ice as the Sharks beat Purdue down in the corner as Purdue lays the body into his man and knocks him off the puck. As Mills now comes away with it, trying to kick it forward. Mills skating forward, tries to make a pass. That was going to be a shot on net from McCarthy there. As that was dangerous by Jaden Mills, taking that one out. Strahan going to take this one against Colin Creason. His face-off's going to be tied up. Trying to get it out as it's kicked out. Baker out in front, all alone between the legs. Tries to take the shot, but not able to pull the trigger as that one slides off the stick. Now going the way, Purdue over to Calkins. Calkins trying to push that one forward. Purdue getting it in the neutral zone as he blocks the man out there now. As Calkins pushing that one forward. Now bouncing around, stepping down. Steven going to go off the leg as Tortolak gets that one to the neutral zone. Purdue bats that one over to Calkins. Calkins on the left side. Calkins skating down, step down, shot. That one's going to go off Montgomery as Calkins takes a huge cross check in the corner. A delayed penalty. One-timer there from Pavlik as that one goes wide. As now being sent out for Purdue as Purdue not able to get all of it. Now having to regroup in the neutral zone with the sixth man for the Norwich Sea Captains. As now with it, Creason going to send it over to Pavlik. Pavlik back over to Creason as Creason going to skate it forward to the left side. Creason cutting forward. Creason making some moves, high slot, step down, shot as that one going to go off a stick and up into the protective netting. As the Sea Captain's doing a good job. As well as that with, I believe, that'll be 8 power play. As Steven leans in, face-off's going to be tied up, trying to push that one forward, trying to get a shot off as McCarthy as that one's going to go wide. As Pavlik with it now. As Pavlik going to drop it off for Mills. Mills going to skate it down the left side. Mills cutting down now to the left side of the circle. Going to skate it up and around. Going to try to get the pass out in front. Able to get to the point for Pavlik. Pavlik over to Steven for the one-timer as Steven puts that one wide. Behind the backside of the net, getting it out to Steven. Steven gets control. Steven skating around, leaving it for Janik. Janik step down shot using his man as a screen. Not able to get through traffic as Allenson with it now just out of reach. To Janik now to the neutral zone. 30 seconds remaining in the period, 20 remain on the power play. As Janik with it on the left side. Janik trying to get a pass off for Allenson, able to do so. Janik over to Allenson. Allenson takes the shot. That one goes off the top of the glass and stays in play. As Pavlik tries to send that one to the point for Janik, now going the way of the Sharks, trying to get one last rush in. As they send it now down into the Sea Captain zone, Alfano plays it. 10 seconds now remain. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. As Pavlik pushes that one forward, intercepted now. Allen front save. Alfano as it dribbles into the Sharks score. So you get his way back to defense as about halfway through the season. We picked up enough players to where he could be a forward, but now he's back on D. As Steven bats that one into the air, sending it to the neutral zone, already making a difference. Now in the neutral zone, or in their own zone, Plummer over to Martinson. Martinson trying to send that one the length of the ice. Steven getting a piece of it as Mills with it now. Mills dumping that one down into the far corner. Now behind the backside of the net, coming into play, that one is Pinkerman. As now with it on their own half wall, sending it back to the neutral zone. Steven in the backhand once again, getting it back down into the zone. Tagging back up is Steinberg. Steinberg over to Dalton. Dalton with it on the backhand. Pinkerman gets a piece of it as Pinkerman sending that one now to the corner. Now far side, Mills gets to it first as Mills puts the body. As now going the other way on the left side over to DiTomaso. DiTomaso dodges around one, not able to get around Sopchik as Nikolov tries to make a move as well. In the corner with it over to Purdue. Purdue curling back, trying to get control of that puck after being poke-checked away along the boards. As now the Sharks kick that one out. It's going to go to the point, going to be kept in just barely. On the left side, Schaefer with it. Schaefer with the reverse hit on there on Purdue as Purdue shakes that one off. Now to the corner. Purdue gets that one off the skate. As now Schaefer comes away with it. Purdue gives him a couple chops as Purdue and Schaefer getting into it. In the corner, that one's going to be sent almost the length of the ice. Going to be batted out of the air. Now in the neutral zone as Sopchik applies some pressure now. As Steven knocks his man off. Kriesen going to send that one over to Allenson. Allenson skating around with it. Allenson up off the glass. Going to go over to Sopchik. As Sopchik with it now. Back down low. Purdue's going to pick it up. As Purdue regaining control, sending it over to Allenson. Allenson kicking it out for Kriesen. Kriesen not able to get it, and now the Sharks trying to come away with it. Sopchik going to pass that one forward to Kriesen on the left side. Has one to beat as he gets caught up there. We have a delayed whistle as Alfano sprints back to the bench as the whistle is blown. As it's going to having some words with them as Allenson coming out for Kriesen. Captain's doing some changes. But in the back, it's going to be Pinkerman. Pinkerman sitting back there for Steven as Steven's a defenseman, but taking a face off. That one's going to go wide. Now picked up by Janik. Janik on the right side, sending that to Pinkerman at the point. Pinkerman going to skate it down himself. Cutting through, getting to the high slot as he loses control of that one. Now back to the neutral zone. Chasing that down. Coming out of net is Alfano as Alfano leaves it for Janik. As Janik with it behind his own net now. Janik going to skate it up forward. Going to find some space, getting it out to Steven in the neutral zone. Steven on the right side, skating down the ice. Steven going to curl around the backside of the net. Now to Janik at the point. Janik with it. Janik dumping it low. Allenson picks it up. Allenson behind the backside of the net. Fumbling around with it now to Pinkerman. Pinkerman, awkward angle shot. Trying to be tipped in front by Impens there as that one's going to be kicked away. And now to the neutral zone with it. Pinkerman's on it first. Pinkerman going to fake the pass off the boards. Going to skate it himself now to the neutral zone. As he leaves it for Allenson. As Allenson's skating around. As it's back to 5-on-5 hockey. As now Steven not able to get in control. That one's going to go almost the length of the ice. It looked like they had a nice and called, but got waved off. Now over to Dalton. Dalton on the right side. Going to step down shot. That's going to go off the leg of Janik and go wide. As now trying to get that one to the point. Not able to do so in the neutral zone. Now Allenson skating around the right side. Allenson cutting back after taking lean in. Face off. Trying to be one back. That one's going to go wide of the net. Now picked up by Steven. Steven going to send that one to the neutral zone, trying to get it over to Pinkerman. That one's going to be a set of reach, but Steinberg gets a piece of it. As now Steinberg in his own zone as Mills steps up and lays the body into his man as Steven jumps down to try to pinch that one in the zone. Now to the neutral zone. That one's going to go the length of the ice. That's going to be just on net, though, as Purdue's going to let Alfano hold on to that one and keep that one. As Martinson leans in to take this one against Neeson. Face off, one back by Martinson. Steinberg at the point, not able to get full control. Is chopping at that one as Mills. Now the left side, Dalton tries to take a shot. Going to go off the leg of Neeson. Now below the goal line, Steven trying to get a piece of it. Out in front, beautiful save from Peter Alfano as he gets a piece of that one with the glove. Now Atlee Purdue makes a pass to the neutral zone. 2-on-1 opportunity. Neeson trying to get it out in front to Mills. Just not able to do so as Steinberg gets a piece of that one with a skate. It's now down low. Going to send that one all the way the length of the ice. That one's going to have enough for an ice. It's going to be waved off. Or it looked like it was going to be waved off as one of the officials had his arm down. Impens and freeze it. Face-off tied up. Going to be down low in the Sharks zone. Sharks come away with it. Going to send it up off the boards. Now looking to go the other way on the right side. Martinson on the backhand. Gets that one forward. Purdue ties his man up and breaks that puck loose. Now along the blue line trying to get control as Friesen pushing his man out of the zone as he loses his stick. Now back down low. Purdue trying to push it forward. Not able to do so. Kriesen comes in, picks that one up. Kriesen cutting back down low. Kriesen going to go far side for Purdue. Purdue tries to make a pass. They're going to go off a skate, able to regain. Purdue over to Impens. Impens doesn't collect it. Now Steven skating it forward, bounces that one off his own stick like he's playing a game of basketball. Now going to be trying to be kept in by Kriesen. 2-on-1 opportunity, but getting back is Steven as Steven picks up the extra man as Purdue gets beat there, and that one goes out in front and scored 5-hole for the Sharks. As now both teams are lining back up at center ice. Alfano leaving it for Janik. As Janik going to skate with it now, going to skate it up ice. Over to Steven. Steven now to Sobchak. Sobchak cutting through, trying to get a shot off. Not able to do so as he gets poke checked away. Shot, that one's going to go off the side of the net. Out in front, Sobchak on the backhand, bouncing around as Walker collects that one. And there's going to be some pushing and shoving there after the play. Line up now down low in the Sharks zone. On the right side, taking it's going to be Steven. Not able to gain control. As now trying to clear that one up and out of the zone. Not able to do so. Now Janik gets a piece of it. Janik sending that one into the zone. As Schaefer trying to pick that one up. Martinson up off the glass. That one's going to go all the way down the ice. Coming out of net to play that one is Alfano. Alfano giving that to Janik. Janik going to send that one over to Steven. Steven with it. Steven now to the neutral zone to Sobchak. Sobchak skating it forward. Sobchak on the right side. Cutting down low. Now to the corner. Going to send it just wide. Now with it. Going to send it up and around the boards. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Now down low. Sobchak chasing his man. Gives his man a bit of a chop there. No delayed penalty. As it was a little bit of a cross-check at Sobchak now skating around with it, passing it back for Steven. Steven shot from the point as that one's going to be tipped in front and go wide. Now trying to get to the point again is Sobchak, but not able to do so as Dalton looks to go the other way. As Wilkerson applying some pressure, that one's going to go all the way down the ice. Icing's wave off. Steinberg getting that one out in front. Tortolot not able to control. Now to Steinberg on the right side. Going to send that one up and around. Now to the point. D-to-D pass over to Plummer. Plummer step down shot. All alone out in front was Tortolot as Alfano gets that one with a glove. For his Long Beach Sharks 4, Norwich Sea Captains 1. Number 11 is Nikolov. As that one's going to be one back, and that is indeed Nikolov over to Montgomery. Montgomery step down, shot glove save for Alfano as he gets that one through traffic. Now lining up is Calkins going to take it against McCarthy. McCarthy wins that one back over to Montgomery. Montgomery on the left side. Skating around with it, cutting down low is Baker. Baker still along the hash mark, sending it over to Montgomery. Montgomery over to Nikolov. Nikolov all alone. Purdue getting out there quick enough with that pass. Going to go errant across the middle. Now pushing it forward. Allenson trying to get it through the neutral zone down the length of the ice. As Montgomery up off the boards over to Baker. As Calkins chasing it. Now to Tortolot. Tortolot on the left side loses able to gain control and send that one down and in. Now going to be sent up on the boards. Now to the right side, down to the half wall. Going to go down low. As McCarthy on it, Purdue's chasing. Out in front, Nikolov shot blocked there by Steven. As that's going to be sent right back out in front now with it, Allenson. Allenson sending that one the length of the ice as they look to get a change. As Purdue looking to get a change, but he has two players sitting behind him, so he can't do so. As the Sharks with it in their own zone. As now in the neutral zone, as Pinkerman going to dump that one down and in. Now on it, Dalton. Dalton over to Plummer. Plummer on the left side, skating it forward. Down the ice, getting a poke check there from Pinkerman. Broken up. Over to Steinberg. Steinberg trying to get that one to Plummer. That one's going to go up over his stick. Now to play Bailey in the neutral zone. Bailey tries to push that one forward. Batted away by Steven. Now on the right side. Plummer's trying to skate that one forward as breaking that one up as Kriesen. Down low now to the left side point. Now a step down Martinson as that one's going to go off a skate. And now they go the other way. Kriesen pushing up forward for Sobchak. Sobchak stepping down, shoots that one. That one's going to go just wide. As Sobchak picks that one up behind the backside of the net. As Plummer now away with it. It's coming in to help out as Pinkerman as that one goes back to the corner as Steinberg setting that one over. Now on the board, it's going to be kept in by Steven at the point. Steven step down shot as that one goes off a body. And now bouncing around. As Martinson with it now in the corner, over to Kriesen. Kriesen skating that one to the high slot, rips his shot as that one's going to be gloved to the corner. Now the right side, Steven trying to get it over to Pavlik. Pavlik not able to gain control. So that one's going to go all the way down the ice. That one's going to be just wide of the net. Alfano stops that one. Pavlik sending that up and around for Impens. As Impens loses control now, kept in by the Sharks. Bouncing around, going to just barely stay in along the blue line. Tortolot's going to try to dump that one down to the corner. As now on it along the boards, Tortolot trying to get that one down low. As now trying to send that one out in front, not able to see anyone. As now Impens sending that to the neutral zone, bouncing around. Face-off going to be caught up. We're going to get another whistle. It looks like we're going to have to get realigned. As now we get realigned once again. Face-off going to be won over the wingers. Lalonde tries to get a piece of it on the backhand, sending that one down and in. Now down to the far corner, Steven with it. Steven trying to make a move as he sends it over to Mills. Mills trying to leave that one for Neeson, but coming away with it now as we have a delayed whistle. As I believe Cunningham tried to call a face as Kriesen comes on the ice now. As Norwich has their penalty kill unit out, it's going to be Purdue, Kriesen, Neeson, and I believe that's going to be Steven. Now shot from the point, going to be blocked in front by Steven as Steven tries to send that one the length of the ice. Going to be picked up in the neutral zone by Steinberg. Steinberg going to go far side. Not able to gain control as Neeson chops that one, trying to get a piece of it as Kriesen steps in, gets a piece of that one. As Neeson able to get that one in, they're able to stay on sides. Backhanded around, now to the corner. As now they go the other way. As Purdue lining his man up at Steinberg. Steinberg drops back for Barnard. Barnard taking that one out in front. Shot glove save for Alfano as he flashes the leather on that one and holds it out of the back of the net. In the box for a too-many-men call. Face-off's going to be won over to the wingers. Trying to get control of his stick as Impens had his stick being held there. As one of the Sharks players looks to be getting a bit of aggressive there. It looks like it was Montgomery. That one's going to go down the ice. Purdue on it now. Purdue sending it over for Neeson. Neeson with it. Neeson on the backhand going over to Allenson on the left side. Allenson cutting down the ice. Allenson trying to make a move as he gets pinched in between two players. Impens picks it up, takes the net out as Walker is taken out as well. As Allenson a little slow to get up as sort of showcase. So as the trainer looks to be feeling that shoulder. As like I said, he was favoring it. And now down low in the corner trying to get that one forward as Sobchik trying to keep that one in the zone. Now bouncing around, trying to be kept in by Purdue to the neutral zone. As Pavlik with it now, or excuse me, that's going to be Steven. Now back. As Montgomery sending that back to the neutral zone. Steven gets a piece of it. Now back to the neutral zone. As Purdue picks it up, Purdue's going to skate it himself on the left side. Cutting down low, Purdue. Going to cut wide. Going to skate it up and around. Behind the backside of the net, Purdue looking for a pass, still skating around with it. Purdue leaving it for Steven, as Steven able to keep that one in the zone. Cutting down on the right side. Steven takes a shot, bouncing out in front. Neeson on the backhand, out in front, back to Steven, as Steven kicking it back to himself, trying to keep it in the zone, able to do so. As Steven going over to Neeson. Neeson taking an awkward angle shot, as that one's going to be gloved away by Walker. Face-off's going to be one over the wingers. Di Tommaso getting it over to Montgomery. Montgomery skates into it. Montgomery trying to send it down low as Gronwald trying to take his man out. Now onto the boards as things get a little more chippy. Now with 9:30 remaining, it's going to be in the corner trying to gain control as Gronwald tries to push that one out of the zone, able to get to the neutral zone. Now going to go far across corner dump in. Alfano takes a step out of net, stops that one down low. Now over to the left side. Impens over to Neeson on the right side. Neeson has Pinkerman cutting now to the high slot. Neeson step down shot, save there for Walker. That one's bouncing, still loose. Steven over to Neeson step down shot. That one's going to be tipped in front and go wide. Now on the left side, trying to skate it up and out of the zone. Not able to do so. As we have a delayed penalty call here on the Long Beach Sharks, it's going to be a high sticking call. Our play line out. They seem to only have to the right side. Pinkerman gets to it first as Pinkerman curls back. Pinkerman skating around with it. Pinkerman on the backhand, dropping it back for Steven as Steven skating around the backside of the net. Steven getting some chops there, trying to hold control. Able to hold control as Steven trying to get that one to Purdue at the point as Purdue steps down. Able to keep it in the zone, and Purdue with some open ice. Purdue skating it out in front on the backhand shot. Save for Walker as he holds on to that one. With a good shot there from Purdue as he stepped. As Allenson, who just scored moments ago, put back out on the ice as Logan Neeson looks to take this one against Martinson. Martinson wins that one back to the corner. Montgomery picks it up behind his own net. Montgomery Going to send it up off for an indirect pass to Bailey. That one's going to go off the boards. And Gronwald's going to get to that one as Gronwald lays the body into his man as Steven and Martinson go into the boards together down low. Now picked up by Mills along the half wall as he skates it out of the zone as Mills pushing forward, has Bailey to beat as he dumps it down in the zone. Now we're going to be on net as Walker holds onto that as Mills gives a snow shower there to Walker as a shot over a goalie. As now we're going to face off down low. Neeson will take this one as that one's going to be won back by Martinson. Now in the corner. Allenson trying to get a piece of it. He takes a hard hit there from Martinson with a shot. That one's going to go wide off a stick. In the corner, Neeson tries to gain control. Bouncing around. Getting a piece of it now is Allenson. Getting tied up in the corner. Going to be sent up along the boards. Trying to poke at it. It's going to be sent out in front. That one's going to go off a skate and go wide. Now to the left side. Nikolov to the neutral zone. Picking it up now is Bailey. Bailey tries to make a move. Trying to find number 4 as Gronwald and Bailey get into it a little bit there. On 2 now is Neeson going down the left side. Neeson getting that one awkward angle shot as it bounces out in front. But Pasayak picks it up in his own zone. Pasayak sending that one back to the neutral zone. Pavlik picks it up. Pavlik on the backhand over to Steven. Steven dumping that one in. As now Montgomery on it. Steven chasing it down. Steven getting a piece of it. Now down low, trying to gain control. Sobchak trying to break that play up as Sobchak comes in, gets a hard stick there.